What?
What's that noise?
Alvin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Double demon fang!
Glacial spear.
Double demon fang! Dragon sword! Double leap!
In an instant!
Impact block!
Will this help?
Now!
Double demon fang! Pierce! Dragon form!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Can't get out of this!
Double demon fang!
Where are you going?
Dragon form! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! You're finished! Watch it! Blow them away!
Will this help?
My turn! Strike! Dragon form! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
No, Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm.
Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
Well, if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renan engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renan?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renans would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renan structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
Huh?
You okay? What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
Here?
It's here?
Yes. All the energy flowing through the wedge comes together and collects here.
Is that thing a Zoogle? Holy crap, it's huge!
A central core and a guardian?
Once we beat that thing, it'll stop the wedge from taking in any more astral energy, right?
It seems we're in for a fight regardless.
Here it comes.
Stay sharp, everyone!
Is there no end to what the Renans can cook up?
I don't know if that's machine or what, but I do know it's pissing me off!
Watch yourself. There is no knowing what it is capable of.
Any other wisdom you want to pass along?
A whirling struggle.
Now or never.
Winds of heaven! Burst forth! Glacial speed!
Be still!
Fierce evil!
Mirage! Dazzle!
Unsparkling stars of radiance! Rain down and purify all!
Lightning thrust! Luna
Into the
Rondo!
shadows! Mega ray! Meteor! Annihilation! A whirling fury! Flame of fury!
Luna Rondo!
Winds of heaven! Burst forth!
It's on!
Cyclone! Dance in the wind!
Be still!
Air thrust!
Luna Rondo!
Flood here! Radiant
Be
flood
still!
here! Far beyond the darkest sky! There!
Flaming thrust!
Radiant here! Let the marksman handle this! Shooting star! A whirling struggle!
Burn!
Winds of heaven!
Here I come! Now I can let loose! Double demon fang!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Be still! Luna Rondo!
Hold on to your apple! Here I
Lightning!
come!
Luna Rondo!
Armor won't save you!
Here! Not in your dreams! Sighted! Got you! Mega ray! Sparkling stars of light! Rain down and
Lightning
purify!
thrust! Luna Rondo!
Hear me! Flame of
This
fury!
one's all mine! Rongo! Here I come!
A whirling struggle.
Luna Rongo!
More Stukos?
Keep calm and take them down.
Luna Rongo!
All disasters made one.
Take it!
Right!
They're surrounding you.
Burn! Inferno Punch!
I don't know what
They're
I'd
all
do
coming
without
after me.
I'm coming, Redwell.
Perhaps now
I'm not
isn't the
scared.
time?
I'm totally
really
fine.
don't.
Luna Rongo!
Freeze Lancer.
Mirage!
A whirling struggle.
Luna Rongo!
Ready to go. Rain down and purify. This one's mine.
Prepare to be sealed!
Radiant light. Spirit flame. Reload beyond the darkest sky.
Anything in armor is all mine!
One more. All disasters made one.
Inferno
Come
Punch!
forth, a healing Hold on to your
Astral
art.
Arts?
That's my cue. Radiant pierce.
Shut him down!
I can carve through armor!
Confiscated.
Flaming thrust!
One more. All
The flame
disasters
inside
made
me
one.
yearns to
Come
be let
forth, a
free!
healing fury.
This isn't looking good.
Nail touch required. Complete focus. Dance in the wind. In here. Get on in there with the others. Here, let me help. First aid.
Okay, here I go. Front!
Glacial
Flaming
spear.
thrust!
Here's evil.
Luna Rongo!
Freeze Lancer. A whirling
Mirage!
struggle.
Flaming
Wind.
thrust!
This helps force. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Be still! Luna Rongo!
We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others truly are strong.
What about me?
Double demon fang!
Mega Ray. Back into the fray.
No!
Get by me. Hear me. Fury. Burning strike.
The finishing blow!
You'll need to beat me to it, kid.
I'll take on that challenge!
Mine. Light Astral. Don't mind if I do.
Armor won't! I'm just
Radiant
getting
pierce.
strong! Far enough! First strike! In a bind?
Flaming thrust!
I was
Luna Rongo!
made one. Come forth and healing circle.
I owe you one.
Far beyond the dark. Here I
Be
go.
still!
Guide all of
Take this!
Spirit
You're
flame.
finished!
Reload. Level. Astral energy.
Say no more.
It was nice while it lasted.
Is it over?
What the hell is going on?
It's too dangerous! Stay back!
Redwell!
What's going
I'm not the only one.
I heard it. Whatever it was, I heard it.
As did I. I'm not sure I'd call it a voice, but it was there.
What in the world just happened?
That was Dana's astral energy we just encountered. And I think what we heard might have been its voice?
You're saying astral energy has a mind of its own?
I haven't the slightest idea. But do you remember what happened when we fought Balsef back in Calaglia?
You mean when that fire monster came out of the spirit vessel?
Exactly. There was such a huge overflow of astral energy, it caused a monster to spawn and take physical form. Maybe the same thing happened here, just with way more astral energy and a bigger monster.
Does that mean if you gather enough astral energy, it can become sentient or take a physical form?
That's what I'm guessing, but it's just speculation. Master cores are able to hold a lot more energy than a spirit vessel, but we still haven't seen anything like that happen in our dealings with them.
That being said, there may be a mechanism of sorts inside Master Cores and spirit vessels that prevent such reactions.
That fire monster. I remember how it only appeared after Balsef's spirit vessel broke.
Then the reason Rinwell was able to sense all that astral energy earlier must have been because it was too much for that Zoogle to contain by itself.
So, then where do you think the Zoogle went? All that energy and poof, it's gone. The Zoogle with it. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone?
Indeed it does. However, in order for us to move our hypothesis forward, we will need to gather more evidence first. On that note, how are you holding up, Rinwell?
I just can't work out why. Why the voice reached out to me first.
Rinwell?
I can't help but wonder if it's because of my heritage that I was the one to hear it. Sorry. That's a strange thing to think, isn't it? Anyway, we should get going, right? We need to make sure the energy flow has actually stopped.
It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell? Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
We go to Lenegis. Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegis?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegis. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renan who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegus would probably be quicker than that.
Wait. Alphen, when you came down from Lenegus, it had to have been in a starship of your own, right?
Right. Oh, of course.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia. So chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her. Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Xion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Xion. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell. I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave. But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Xion.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hootle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with us too?
Dad.
Hey, chin up. This is your hometown.
Oh, just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head too.
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Danon disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegus.
Lenegus? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Well, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that. But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor, but there's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
A Zoogle, huh?
Well, I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Ready and raring! Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Mirage! Be still!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Radiant,
Talent storm! I'm just getting started!
dance in the wind! Air drop! A whirling struggle.
Eat this!
Winds of coming!
Dazzle! Burn!
In here!
Mirage! Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt!
Glacial
Double
spear!
Demon Fang!
There you go!
Now you see what I can do!
Confiscated! Let's extra energy! Dance in the wind!
Now I'm in the groove.
Arts require complete focus!
Tectonic fire!
Here I come! No escape!
Denied!
Blow away!
No further! Here I come!
Searing flame!
You're finished! Be still!
It's finished!
Let's do it!
Now I'm in the groove!
Lightning and raging cascade!
Mirage!
In here!
Double Demon Fang!
Healing circle! There for the stockpile!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Lightning orb!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Searing flame!
Now!
Sleep now! I'm out of ammo! This will come in handy! First aid!
Now I can let loose! Be still!
To the flame! Seal! Searing flame!
Armor won't save you!
Raging cascade! Take it!
Take this!
Help this! One more time! Annihilation! Mega
Take
ray!
this! Here we go again!
Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang! Be still!
Here!
Murarondo!
More for the stockpile!
You're
What do I
mine!
need? Let's tear them up!
I'm not done!
Company! Lightning orb!
I'll finish you here and now!
Flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
Rain down!
Can't get out of this! There's enough!
Strike!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Okay, here I go! Here I come! Thrust! Flaming thrust!
I'm taking too much damage!
Dragon Swarm!
Here's the healing arc! Dance in the wind! First aid!
Oh, now you're talking!
Here I come! No escape!
Here! I'm out of ammo!
Powered Hurricane!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Now!
Demon Fang!
Downfall!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now or never.
Ready to go! Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Be still!
No complaints here!
Mirage!
Now! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
My turn! You're
Into
mine!
the shadows!
Mirage!
Radiant!
Double Demon Fang!
I'm on! Denied!
Dance in the wind!
I'll finish you here and now!
Here goes! Air drop!
These sticks have got your name on them!
I'm on! Try harder! Not a chance!
All good things come to an end.
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Manuel.
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine!
I'll end you!
Mirage! Double Demon Fang!
Eat this!
Do it!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
The flames will roar!
Take this!
Eat this!
Searing
I'll
flame!
run you
Mirage! Take this!
A whirling
Double
struggle!
Demon Fang!
Winds are coming!
I'm on! That frickin' does it! Watch it!
Here, let me help! First aid!
I really owe you one.
I'm nearly done for.
I can handle it.
Here I go! The darkest side! I call upon thee!
Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help!
Big blast!
First aid!
Okay.
Shooting star!
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem!
Sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Strike!
Damn it!
Dragon Swarm!
Here, let me help.
Here I come!
Sleep now. This will come in handy. Will this help? Raging Cascade! Here's a healing art!
You're mine!
I can carve through armor!
I never miss!
I've let you all down.
Stay away from my friends! No! Can't end here!
I'll bring you back from death to Light astral energy! Alright! Art expert, coming through! Here's a healing art!
Not done yet!
Light astral energy! Glacial spear! Here's the Evo! Here's a healing art! Here, let me help!
I owe you one.
I may have bit off more than I could chew. No more playing nice!
Here I come!
Here, let me
No
help!
escape!
First aid!
Dragon Swarm!
Sleep now.
All good things come to an end.
Here's a healing art.
I'm on it!
It's over!
Far beyond the darkest sky. Here, I'll call upon
You'll pay
thee.
for that! Take it! I'm not done! This one's all mine! Ha! Ignite!
More for the stockpile.
Here I come!
Strike! Come and get it!
Double Demon Fang!
I can carve through. I'll finish you here and now! Eat this!
Talon Storm.
You're mine! Double Demon!
Talon Hurricane! Inferno Punch!
Dragon Swarm!
Made one.
I'm just getting started!
Of purity.
Let's put you out of your misery.
Maelstrom.
Be still! Rondo! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn! No escape! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Great! Next! Blow away! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! Double Demon Fang!
Now!
Doubly! In an instant! Impact Clock! Now! You're mine! You're...
Art sealed.
First strike!
Lightning Thrust!
I'm on it!
Luna!
Ready and
Far
ready!
beyond the darkest sky.
First strike!
Call upon thee.
This should do it!
Talon Hurricane!
Be still! Burn! Mirage! Dazzle!
Prepare to be sealed!
It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Just watch and learn. That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.